Hey everyone, welcome. We're going to do something a little unusual right now. We have access to the card list for Amonkhet Remastered. For those of you who haven't heard about that, Amonkhet Block is coming to Arena, but they are not releasing every single card from both Amonkhet and Hour of Devastation. They are doing a remaster where they are distilling the format down to a single large set, and both cards from both sets will be in there. And it's basically a way to introduce new sets onto old sets onto Arena for the first time without having to do each individual set from the past. It's a way to get more relevant content into the digital hands of players without having to release all of them. It's also a way to kind of fix up a draft format. I've talked about how Magic the Gathering R&D doesn't actually have time to run that many playtest drafts. I think people overestimate how many times a set gets actually drafted before it gets released. There's just sometimes a set comes out and you learn after the fact that some things could have been done better, or some stuff was too strong or too weak. And a remaster like this allows you to also address some of those issues. So it's interesting from an R&D standpoint as a way to go back and improve the past a little bit in terms of play experience. And here's the thing, though. The only reason we know what's in Amonkhet Remastered is because Wizards left the details about it in the Arena code that was updated last week. It's not actually available on Arena to play right now. However, because we know the list, we can use our third-party draft website, mtgadraft.herokuapp.com, to draft the Amonkhet Remastered set now and play later, or not at all. But point is, I just want to set expectations. No games are going to happen here. This is a test draft of Amonkhet Remastered, and we won't get to play games until it releases on Arena later this week. But it will be fun to see how they've done with the remaster and dive in and take a look at that. So I'm going to ask for 7 volunteers from chat to jump in and draft with me. Don't worry, you don't need to have the cards. You don't need to have the time to play. You just need to have the time to draft right now. And I'm going to post that link in chat. And first come, first served. I'm going to give that a second, though, so you'll see that momentarily. I'm just going to give lag a chance to catch up, so people who might be lagged know that a link to join is coming very shortly. In fact, what I'll do as I lead up to that is tell you about my sponsor, cardkingdom.com. They are purveyors of Magic stuff for your physical game. You can't really get anything done between cardkingdom.com and herokuapp.com, although if drafting Amonkhet Remastered on Heroku app makes you realize that, oh, you needed that sweet Amonkhet card for your Pioneer deck, for your historic deck online, and you want to make a paper copy of it, Card Kingdom is going to have all your stuff. Just do it via my affiliate link, and then they know you got there from here, and it helps out my stream a lot. So if you want to support me without shelling out the bucks, you can click on my affiliate link to Card Kingdom and go see what they've got to offer. And even just checking that out can help me out. So thanks for that. Now here I'm going to post that link as promised, and we'll just take first 7, and I'm going to flip over to the draft screen when we have it. And we'll give it a shot. All right, filled up quickly as expected. Let's hop over. Here we are. And Amonkhet Remaster, let's give it 120. And we'll do a ready check. I think I looked away and missed it, but looks like we're good. Let's draft. All right, Amonkhet Remastered, here we go. What's in our rare slot? We've got Insult to Injury. These are cards that you can play the top half in your hand and the sideways half from your graveyard. So Insult says, damage can't be prevented this turn. If a source you control would deal damage this turn, it deals double that damage instead. Kind of an aggro finisher. And historically, this was an aggro format. I don't know if they toned down the aggro through their through the remastering, but Boros was a pretty good place to be in this format, as I recall. So, and then the injury side, Sorcery Aftermath. Injury deals 2 damage to target creature and 2 damage to target player. So when it's doubling it, the joke here is if you have 6 mana, you get to do 4 damage to a creature and 4 damage to a player with the back half of this card. I like starting there. Entangler is a good aggro common. What else do we like here? Unquenchable Thirst is great for the desert themes. These cycling lands are very powerful. Taw Crop Elite is a good top end for the aggro red-white deck. Maybe I'm even supposed to start with some other stuff besides this. Like, the deserts are really good, but I do think this is a nice finisher for red, so I'm going to try it. For those of you watching on YouTube, I do want to remind you again, we are not playing these games out. This is an exploration of drafting the new set, but we get no games out of this one. It's non-zero that we come back and decide to play some of these games later, but I'm not expecting it now. What is this? Is Pact of Negation wasn't in... Are they adding other stuff? Is it Amonkhet Remastered plus other stuff we want to get onto Arena? Is that what's going on? I didn't realize there'd be a pact. Okay. Weird. So a remaster, but not perfectly remastered. Hooded Brawler, awesome. Cartouche is a thing. I kind of like the Taw Crop Elite, though. Oh, they're invocations? Okay, fair enough. Yeah, that's true. If it was an invocation, they were in the original. That's true. Taw Crop. The Mullock's not awful, but it's not great. I like the Brawler a lot. But I think we take Taw Crop over Cartouche and see about Boros Aggro, see if that's available for us. See what the table tells us too. Doesn't look like much as a 2/2 flyer for 4, but repeat pumping your entire team with an evasive threat, pretty good. Cthulhu's getting ideas. Dangerous. Well, nothing great. Well, there's a desert. The deserts are always quite pickable, as are these uncommon lands generally. Pumping up your squad is decent. Torment of Hailfire is somewhat build-aroundy. I don't know. This card was pretty controversial, as I recall. That there were decks where it was your finisher, but if you're not finishing, like, what are you doing? Actually, we should just take Desert's Hold, right? I do want these deserts, though. The deserts are high picks, actually. But Desert's Hold is a fine removal spell, so we'll take it. Cascading Cataracts is not where we're at. This actually does some stuff. The resolve in an aggro deck, untap target creature, prevent all damage that would be dealt to it this turn. It does a couple of things besides surprise, block, and kill. There's a lot of this mechanic, where is it? Exert, right? Exert says, exert when you attack and do some extra awesome, but doesn't untap, right? So resolve lets you untap your exerted stuff. That being said, I think we just want a Firebrand Archer, unless we find a reason not to stick to red-white here. So let's look for reasons to leave red-white. Scorpion's not it. Yeah, I just don't think... I mean, Aerial Guide is pretty good. Aerial Guide is very nice, in fact. You can take Aerial Guide as a possible hedge towards blue-red or blue-white. But maybe Firebrand Archer is just good enough. Yeah, also it plays for the memes, right? All right, we'll take Archer and keep looking here. Ooh, yes. This was a key card for the red-white aggro. Kind of acts like, I mean, this is a common, but it acts somewhat like that uncommon that from M21 that's so oppressive, right? Because you can just attack as a 3/1 that can't be killed. Yeah, it's like a poor mage's Hallowblade. And I don't see anything else I want here. Yep. Tough to kill 3 power, but at common, you know, we're comparing it to Hallowblade and Adanto Vanguard, which are uncommons. Yeah, I would say that it's hard to know what's going to be good or bad here because of the remastering. Another insult to injury. Well, if it's coming this late, maybe I took it too early, but I like it as a finisher. Don't know if we need 2 though. Impeccable Timing is removal that requires your opponent to have attacked or blocked. That's the unfortunate side of this. That being said, yeah, I'm just going to go for another insult. Yeah, cast double insult to quad it. Plus, I don't have to play this. It's all theoretical anyway, so I'm just going to theorize that it's all working out. Brute Strength is fine here. This is a format where combat tricks are pretty good. I think there was a 1-mana white combat trick in this format that Luis liked to joke was the swords to plowshares or whatever, just because a single white mana to give +2/+2 in triple Amonkhet was effectively a removal spell because you had to block. Like, the format was so aggro that you had to do some blocking, and that's where combat tricks pulled extra weight. And this is fantastic to see this late. This is a early pick card for the archetype. So don't sleep on the Entangler. This is a real deal. Cartouche, playable. This felt too slow in the original. Although, this is an hour card. There was something like this in the original that felt too slow. Anyway, Cartouche is fine. This might surprise you to hear me say that, given my feelings about auras, but if this is anything like the original, Cartouche was playable. You just gotta be careful. This desert really shouldn't be here. Here's Torment, but these deserts are great. Yeah, everything seems slow when oppos were exerting. Oh, there's the Gust Rider, right? That's the other 2-drop we're looking for. Surely the Gust Rider's in here, right? David says, ETB auras are a different thing. Yes, if they get you clear value, but Cartouche doesn't cleanly give you a card's worth of value, so we'll take a off-color Cycler. Moloch still being here is excellent. We'll run that. It's not amazing, but but it's fine. Hey, Tupperware, thank you for the raid. Welcome, Tupperware viewers. You have caught us in the middle of a practice draft for Amonkhet Remastered. While we cannot play it on Arena yet, we can draft it because the set is known, so we're drafting it on Heroku app here. For Tupperware viewers who do not know me, my name is Ryan Spain. I co-created the Limited Resources podcast in 2009 with Marshall Sutcliffe. Then in 2011, last pick Essence Scatter. I took a job at Wizards of the Coast for 7 years, where I worked on Paper Magic and on Magic Online before spending a couple years on Arena. We are red, white, aggro, and there's some good stuff here for us. We've got another Tawcrop Elite. This Bloodlust Inciter is actually playable in this archetype. I'll take as many decent 2s as I can get. Trial, look at Trial, pumps up creatures you control get +2/+1 and gain vigilance until end of turn. That's crazy. But Sunmare, if we gain life, so it's either a 5/5 for 5, but if we have life gain, it becomes seriously real. We did pick up this Renewed Faith, but we don't really have any other life gain. Sunmare is bad right now, but we'll take it and try to make Sunmare good. But a 5/5 for 5 with this upside is 5/5 for 5 is fine, if not great. Yeah, exactly. I mean, the trial might be correct. I'm gonna be greedy and take the cool mythic, but the adult in me is kind of saying that maybe we're a trial deck. Pyramid is good, but not what we're doing relative to these two. Lord of Extinction, that must be another... what do you call it? Invocation. Binding Mummy. Nothing much here for us, but Initiate or Puncturing Blow. I guess we take Puncturing Blow. It's fine. Also handled some of those nasty gods. The card list of Amonkhet Remastered is known, and so we're using MTGA draft.herokuapp.com to draft it early to test it out. Well, another Puncturing Blow is justifiable. Ceradon with a cycling is pretty good, but we can take Aven as a medium creature that works really well with the Mythic. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to take the Aven because we're trying to make our Mythic good. And I don't want to run bad cards to make our Mythic great, but Aven's not bad. But I wouldn't take it there if we didn't have the Crested Sunmare. Anyway, yes, for those of you joining me from Tupperware, I left Wizards in 2018 and have been streaming since late 2018, and I'm happy to have you here today. If you want to toss me a follow, I wouldn't hate that. Come find me again sometime. Steward is a bit slow, but I still think we take it over Disposal Mummy or like this Ceradon. Yes, this comes on Friday, right? Friday we can draft this for reals. I think that's correct. If not, it's certainly close. Ooh, God Pharaoh's Gift. That could be fun, but not what we're doing. What we want is, so there's Camel for lifelink. We don't have life gain yet, but we have this that could get us a oh, Enchanted Creature has it. So they get the 2 life, not us. Never mind. I was excited that I thought we had that. Yeah, I'm with you. I think we want Avon to untap our Exerters over Compulsory Rest here. I'm in for that, true. Compulsory Rest is fine, but I like the creature synergy there. Start, expensive for us. We are going wide. We can take a Pursue Glory over a start to finish. I want some more 2s. We've had to pass some so far this draft, but we only have 1, 2, 3, 4. And really in an aggro red-white deck in this format, I want 6 plus 7. Gustwalker. Yeah, we can take Renewed Faith. Oh, but this is, boy, a lot of stuff here for us. Is this even better for us than Gustwalker? I think Gustwalker might actually be better than the Honored Crop Captain, but we're going wide enough that we should probably just take the Crop Cap. And be sad that we don't get some life gain. We're too late in the pack to expect things to wheel. I mean, we're at pick 8, so I don't think so. Here we can take a Chaw Crop Elite number 2 over the Inciter number 1. Inciter is good in the deck, but Chaw Crop too good. We're going to take the Team Pumpin' Flyer. Binding Mummy, hardly exciting, but it's a 2-drop. If we get some other zombies, maybe we randomly tap some stuff. Hopefully we upgrade this before the end of the draft, but we will play the 2s. We'll do what we got to fill out our 2s. Those Who Serve is another zombie that could help do this thing. But Resolve, I like Resolve, given all of the Exert we have. It is a tricky little combat trick that works nicely with your Exert stuff. And take that Mummy and see whether it makes the cut. Hopefully not. In fact, I'll start with cutting it. Wow, looks like we're in the right lane. You could make an argument for either of these, but we don't have any deserts yet, unfortunately. I'm gonna take the Compulsory Rest. That doesn't matter. I'm looking forward to this. Be fun to have a different flavor at the end of the week. And we get a last pick Avon. All right. I guess when I say this format, I'm imagining Amonkhet as the driver more than our. And look at this. I want both of these. Crasher was just sick in Constructed, but I think we have to take the trial now. There's a desert as well, but I'm going to go trial. We also have this cartouche we might play, which would get the trial back. Crasher's absolutely first pickable. It was a debate for me between Trial and Crasher. I took Trial. Maybe if you took Crasher, you were right, but I think that was what it came down to. Maybe Trial with 2 insults. Maybe I should have taken the Crasher and just focused on creatures more. Like that we already have some... Ooh, this is a nice one for somebody, but not us. We're just going to take an open fire. This seems playable, but yeah, I still want the just straight removal. It was like magma spray. I don't know if it's still in, but there was. I want an Entangler over another Aven, I think. We'll take an Aven on the wheel if we can get it, but I'll keep going for the 2s. Thoughtseize. It's funny to see all these invocations. Are the invocations going to show up at this rate in the remastered? Like, we've seen like 5 invocation cards. Is that going to be the case on Arena? Or is this just a Heroku app thing? Not sure. Also not sure about this pack, but we'll just take a Moloch. Yeah, I don't know about bringing Thoughtseize. That's really weird that they brought Thoughtseize. It's not a very fun card. Compulsory rest. Again with compulsory rest, but Gustwalker? Yeah, Gustwalker. Liking how this is coming together. Might not play any of this stuff. See ya 5 drops. Pathmaker can get some damage through at the end, but I like another Binding Mummy. Chain together a handful of mummies and tap down some blockers. This deck is starting to look good to me. I think we're getting the creature density needed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Like, yeah, we get 9 2-drops all of a sudden. I think this is now actively good. Oh, I should look up. See what the picks are. Insider, pretty no-brainer here. Mighty Leap is playable. Start is even playable given our go wide. Camel not super playable given our lack of desert. So yeah, we'll take a combat trick and consider it. Yeah, a lot of river hoopu? Is that we forget how to pronounce that. Never doing that. We'll just cut this from somebody. Scrapper, what do you do? Menace, you may exert. Yeah, it's probably playable too. Hoopu, Hoopu. There's another one. Sure. Vault pick. Unconventional tactics. Well, we have some zombies. We don't have enough to make unconventional tactics work, but we'll take those who serve and possibly run it. A lot of cuts. I do like cutting the high end and not worrying about, like, maybe just one insult and any of those who serve. Don't need to pursue glory. Close here. Just a couple more cuts. Could probably cut a resolve. Or even the cartouche. Cartouche plus our worst 2-drop, I think, which might be this Archer. Archer! I think I like this. Good question. I don't know if there's a sample hand drawer, but I'm just throwing these up. I like that. I think this would be a fine deck based on my understanding of the original Amonkhet format, and to an extent the Hour format. Hour slowed down Amonkhet a bit. Triple Amonkhet was hyper aggro. Hour of Devastation slowed it down a little bit. So we'll see if the mixing of the two has allowed the slower decks to manage a deck like this. This, even though obviously it has some Hour of Devastation cards in it, would have been a fantastic looking deck for Triple Amonkhet. So yeah, go ahead and post your decks in the Discord and people can check that out. Again, though, we can't play this today. But also, see, the Crested Sunmare, we didn't end up playing it. Like, I think if we had a second trial, I would figure out how to get both trials in a cartouche or something. But I would be happy with taking this deck into battle. And YouTube friends, it's possible there's a second video after this where we decide to play out some of these games on Friday once these cards are actually on Arena and available to us, but probably not. This is really just a prodding of the remaster and seeing what a draft looks like with that. So I'm going to thank my viewers here who jumped in to help me draft live, and I'll take a screenshot of this though for posterity. Yes, crack a draft instead of crack a pack, right? That works. Let's go hop back to Soapbox, though. I have hit noon. That's about time for me to sign off. I got a lot of viewers thanks to the raid from Tupperware, but I am going to find someone else to send you to. We got Nikolai. Let's see. If Nikolai is drafting, I'll send you to him. He's doing it on. He's doing Double Masters. Do you want to watch Double Masters on Magic Online? Sure. You can handle that, right? Something new, something different, something I'm not playing because I haven't been playing on that much at all. All right, that's what we're going to do then. going to send you to Nikolai, and you're going to check out some double masters, all right? Thank you, everybody, for hanging out. Thank you, YouTube friends, for sticking with us through this test draft, and we'll see you next time. Say hi to our friend Nikolai for me, will you? Bye, everybody.